Well, the thing for me is, I saw Jackie Brown pretty much for the same reason why everyone wanted to see Jackie Brown. It was the next film after Pulp Fiction, which had a lot of people wondering what's this one gonna be. And I gotta say, I kind of got a little bit bored by it. I gotta tell you, it's weird for me to say that about his movies, but don't get me wrong, I love Pam Grier in this movie. I love Robert Foster in this movie. Samuel L. Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson. You know, he says motherfucker all the time, only this time he's with Robert De Niro and Bridget Fonda doing it instead of with John Travolta. But I gotta say, I like the story of this. I kind of like it. It's pretty much, I forget how it comes up. I haven't seen this movie since I got it a few months ago, but I think the story is Samuel L. Jackson has a bunch of money that was his, and I think Jackie Brown has it, who is Pam Grier. I always thought Jackie Brown was Samuel L. Jackson, and it's not. It's Pam Grier. Sounds like a guy's name, but anyway, she gets caught.
Is it because he's black?
No. This is going on the internet. Don't make me look like that. I'm not like that. So she gets caught with the money, and she's got a little bit of sesh of cocaine in there, and Michael Keaton, who's a cop, tracks her down and everything, and she's not going to tell him anything. And then, in order to get her out, Samuel L. Jackson goes to a bail bondsman, who is Robert Foster, and he has a little bit of a relationship with Jackie. He kind of likes her. But then it gets to something that's really fascinating, and it took me right back to Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. There's a scene where they're exchanging the money in the mall, but it's one of those things, much like Reservoir Dogs, you don't know who's playing who. I mean, we know, but the characters don't.
Right.
So, but we kind of like these characters. I don't really like these characters that much as I like the other two movies. I do like them, but I don't love them. But much like Reservoir Dogs, it shows you what each point of view from each character was. Like, there's a 10-minute scene of Jackie Brown's point of view. Right. Then it goes to Max Cherry's point of view. Then Robert De Niro's character, Lewis. And then it goes to Bridget Fonda. De Niro and Fonda's scene, in my opinion, is one of the most, I don't want to say funny because it's so crude. Again, here's where the jokes come in that are crude. But again, it took me right back to Pulp Fiction. There's a scene in Pulp Fiction. Remember when Samuel L. Jackson's got the gun pointed at Brett? And he's like, say what again? Right, yeah. And he says what, and he kills him. Like, he warned him. Well, there's a scene in Jackie Brown when Lewis is talking to, I forget, Melanie, that's her name. And he says, listen, don't, she's been annoying him the whole time. And he says, listen, don't say one more thing. Keep your mouth shut. He turns around, she goes, okay, Lewis. And he blows her away right in the parking lot. And he says, see, here's the car. I told you the car was here. Like, it's so wrong to laugh at that, but it's one of those moments where you just laugh. It's same thing with Pulp Fiction, you know? Right. Like shot Marvin in the face. It's one of those jokes. But Jackie Brown, as far as I'm concerned, like you mentioned the love interest thing. He's not good at doing it, or...
Well, he's not...
Because I want the romance between Jackie and Max, but I couldn't get invested into it. I'd rather go back to Jackson's
It's not something that he's real big on doing. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it might be there, but it's not the thing you're really focused on. Like in Pulp Fiction, where's the love interest? Butch and his girlfriend. I mean, but that...
Maria de Medeiros' character? Yeah.
I mean, there's a love interest in that movie. I mean, you're saying Vince Vega and Mia. And it's not really a love interest. It's kind of like a...
But it's one of those cliches, like this guy has to take his boss's wife out, but don't touch her.
Right.
Yeah.
So he kind of loathes. He wants it, you know. But
you said it was like lust or something.
Lust. Yeah. It's lust, not love. And then after she kind of ODs, you know, it's gone. But you know, there's Reservoir Dogs. There isn't one at all because I don't think there's any really females in the movie, except for when you would count when they steal the car from the girl.
Yeah.
But you know. Glorious.
I hate to interrupt you,
That's fine.
But I really wish they would have shown more of them robbing the bank. The only thing we get very close to that is Steve Buscemi running from the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why...
Steve Buscemi's so funny running.
I understand why Quentin didn't show them at the bank and all the cops. Them saying it and, Tim Roth bleeding out, we buy it. We buy that when they get there, all these cops show up.
It's like,
so you didn't have to film it.
You were there.
You didn't have to film it. But I wish we would have seen more of them at the bank. I mean, Eddie Bunker, who plays Mr. Blue, we only see him in the coffee shop in the first 4 minutes. We never see him again.
And especially, because the way Quentin Tarantino does a fight scene, the way he does a shootout.
Oh, God, yes.
You picture it. you know, after seeing his other movies, you know, if he did that, it would have been great. It would have been done beautifully.
Yeah.
But, you know, back then, you know, when he was making this, I don't really think, you know, I think he was more sold on, let's make sure this movie's done well. Let's make sure it's something to buy.
Tell a story,
let's
not a situation.
Let's play around later. And he does.
Yeah.
But...
So now we get to the big one that you want to talk about. A movie I recently just saw for the first time about a month ago.
And I still have not seen the ending to Volume 2. I don't know how many times I've watched this movie. I can never get it. I tried watching it the day before work and I couldn't fit it in.
Well, here's the thing with Kill Bill. I looked it up on the internet. First of all, I wanted to see Kill Bill so bad because I saw the teaser trailer for the Kill Bill 1. And it said Uma Thurman's going to kill Bill. And I'm like... okay, I kind of want to see this now after seeing Django Unchained. So, I went on Netflix, they didn't have it. Redbox didn't have it. On Demand didn't have it. Went on the internet, tried to download it illegally. Didn't try to download. I don't like to download stuff illegally. I don't know what's going to happen. Couldn't stream it. Nothing. It was like wiped off the planet. And then I said to myself, if there's a Blockbuster in my area, most likely not, but if there is...
Is that why you made the status about Blockbuster?
Yes, I did. I found a Blockbuster, went there, they had it, they're going out of business. I called them today because I tried to watch Death Proof before we did this video. They said, no more rentals, we're going out of business, now you gotta buy it. So I got this Blockbuster card for nothing, but it's gonna come in handy one day, I guess, if I ever find another Blockbuster. But anyway.
How much were they selling them for?
Yeah, my dad had to get his credit card. He thought it was a big waste of time. It's the only Blockbuster left in South Jersey.
Really?
So, yeah.
How far was it in Cherry Hill? Or?
No, it's in, crap, what is it? It's in, it's on Shoes Landing Road. And, it's right off of,
It was like a couple towns over?
No, it's like 25 minutes from the house. Oh, crap, I forgot where it's from. Well, it's right around here. It's right near Camden County College.
Oh, okay.
It's like 10 minutes from the place. Right. So anyway, I found out that the movie originally was going to be one long movie, and it was a little over 4 hours. And they said, Quentin, you got to cut it into 2 movies. So I instantly said to myself, okay, when I rent part 1, I got to get part 2 or volume 2. I got to rent them both at the same time because I know as soon as volume 1 ends, I want to see volume 2. So I rented both of them at the same time, and I popped it in and I watched it. I was blown away by that movie. That whole 4 hours, I was blown away by that. I am amazed. You know, out of all the characters I'm interested in, I'm so interested into the bride. I'm a little bit more interested in Daryl Hannah's character, Ellie, the one with the eye patch. Mm-hmm. I'm really interested in her character. I wish she would have gotten a little bit more screen time.
Well, I mean, they kind of... See, once again, the last part in Volume 2 that I got to almost every single time, and I got a little farther this time. Okay, it was right after, we'll still call her the bride as of right now.
Yes.
The bride puts a young girl to bed. Won't say who yet.
Okay.
Puts a young girl to bed, and then she goes out to talk to Bill, and he's talking about...
Oh, you got to that part.
I got to the part where he's talking about the sword, and then 3:30 rolls around, and I'm like, I gotta be at work in half an hour. I can't finish it. There's about half an hour left in the movie.
No, there technically isn't. Wait, let me ask you this. Were they still in the house or were they outside?
They were still in the house.
Oh yeah, you had about like half an hour left.
When I got home tonight, I don't care what time it is, the last part of that movie is being played because all day, in the back of my mind, what happens? Does she kill Bill? Does she not kill Bill? I don't want to know because I want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the experience. But, Super Force, so... The girl with the eye patch. In Volume 2, you kind of get a little backstory on her.
You do, a little bit, yes.
Why she has the eye patch.
Yes, yes.
What happens to, what was his name? Pee-wee?
What?
The master's, the Sifu's name. Pee-wee, Pie-wee, I don't know. It was something.
Are you talking about Uma Thurman's like mentor? The
Sifu.
I don't know. I couldn't. The DVD I got was skipping. I had to fast forward a little bit, so it's a rental.
But you know, we know that she feeds him some fish, and he doesn't see dessert.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, I'll let you keep it. But
probably fast forward a little bit.
They're in the house. It was after they're in Bucks. The Mr. Blonde. Mr. Blonde's character.
Bud.
Yeah. Bud, same thing. They're in his little trailer thing, and she's talking to him. He's like, you know, what did you say to Sifu to get him to take your eye out? And she tells him what she says to him, right?
I don't really remember what she said. It
was something like, you're a pathetic old man, or something like that.
I killed that wise old fool.
She kills him.
Yeah.
She poisons his fish. Yeah, so I mean, that's the much backstory you get with her. You know, she's conniving.
Well, yeah, she's one of the most deadliest women in the world. All these women that Uma Thurman's trying to kill are...
Uma Thurman doesn't even kill her.
Technically, that's one of the things I was shocked about.
She takes her eye out.
Yeah, I don't want to
ruin that. You know what I noticed in Quentin Tarantino's movies?
What?
There is at least one character in each movie that plays a big part, sometimes a small part, that doesn't die. For instance, Quentin Tarantino's character in Reservoir Dogs, he's at the steering wheel. We assume he's dead. He got
Steve Buscemi. I was wondering, like everyone dies except him. Or did he not die?
Dies. You hear
where?
When he runs outside, you can hear gunshots.
I cannot hear gunshots.
Yeah, I could hear gunshots.
I didn't hear that. I was wondering if he got shot or not.
But Quentin Tarantino's character, they hit a pole and he hits the steering wheel and he's bleeding out. They assume he's dead.
Well, he lays back and of course he's dead.
He's laying on the steering wheel. There's no reason he's dead. The cop just goes, he's dead. A couple of theories that I've heard is that Mr. Orange might have left him there so if he gets arrested and he gets questioned. Quentin Tarantino, those little things that if he decides, he can make another movie out of.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's character, Mr. Brown, goes to jail and comes out and picks up the business again. Okay? We were talking about this, for instance, in Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Copperhead's little girl. She kills Copperhead and turns to her and goes, if you're still bitter about this when you get older, I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
And talk right now, as of last year, in the summer of 2012, people were asking him, you want to Kill Bill 3? At the time he wasn't sure. It seems right now he's not interested in doing it. He really isn't sure if he wants to do it because the script really hasn't made him go, I need to do this movie.
Yeah.
But he really leaves little things in there where it's like, if he wants to make another movie, he can. He's really good about that. Like we said, with the girl with the eye patch, Uma Thurman just takes her other eye out. She's not dead. The Black Mama's in there with her. But,
But then again, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, but let me just say this for the fact, I think a lot of people would agree with me on this. Volume 1 is way better than Volume 2. Yeah. Even though it's still, I consider Volume 1 and 2 the same movie. It's almost kind of like this. The only way I can put it, and I'm getting this. This is what it's like for me. I have Titanic here on VHS. Now, they put the whole movie on the 2 tapes because they couldn't fit the whole thing on 1 tape. That's kind of like what Kill Bill is. This is Volume 1, this is Volume 2. That's what it is for me. So it's one whole movie. But the first half of the movie, for me, is a lot better than the second half. At least that's how I see it. Yeah.
It's... Now I'm going to talk about Django real quick.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, you're talking about the Crazy 88s.
Yes.
Alright?
Yeah.
The way they come in, alright? She's Uma Thurman standing there, right? The bride.
Yep.
The bride, Black Mamba. She's sitting there, right? And she was motorcycling. And she goes, and what's her name? Lucy Liu goes,
oh, right,
that was going to be that easy. And she was, I was hoping. All of a sudden, the 88s come in, surround her. There's that fight scene happening, right? Amazing fight scene, turns to black and white. There's silhouette fighting. It's incredibly done.
Yeah.
And I saw Django, and that shootout that happens in the end of the movie, I was like, this is great. This is wonderful. This is like the best fight he's ever had. This is great. There's blood everywhere. When I rewatch, because I haven't watched Kill Bill since I've seen that movie, I go back, I watched it again. I watched Kill Bill again. I was like, There's the Crazy 88s. Yeah. This is the best thing, best fight scene he has ever made. It's with swords. When Go-Go comes down.
Oh, God, that scene. I was on the edge of my seat when she came out and trying to get the bride. I haven't been that on the edge of my seat. Again, it took me right back to Pulp Fiction. When Vincent's got the adrenaline needle, my heart, I was on the edge of my seat with that. And when Go-Go comes out, I couldn't believe it. Like, that sound effect, that... Like, you're wondering what's going to happen to Uma here, It's unbelievable, that whole scene.